Good afternoon, folks. Chief Meteorologist Tim Pandajis here with you at 3:30 now on our Monday afternoon, and we're tracking a radar locally. That's quiet. A loop over the last 2 hours shows our first couple lines that rolled on through earlier this morning. Most were non-severe. We had one severe warning in Southside and northeastern North Carolina. Now a bit of a break evolving, but check out what's shaping up along the I-95, I-85 corridor. We're getting some significant breaks in our cloud cover, and that's allowing the atmosphere to rapidly destabilize. And we're starting to see storms bubble on up here with a lot of lightning now just east of Raleigh-Durham, moving towards Rocky Mount in the I-95 corridor. And these are generally moving east-northeast. So anything that's flaring up here to our west will be impacting us here locally within the next couple of hours. We already saw a significant amount of rain in some spots. Again, hit or miss downpours that were at the actual observation points, putting out a half an inch or so. In between these spots, there were definitely areas that picked up over an inch of rain with the very heavy rainfall that came on through earlier. What else that rain did was for a while stabilize the atmosphere, drop temperatures just a little bit. So we're in the upper 70s and low 80s. But one thing you'll notice immediately when you walk outside are the dew points. 73. That is a tropical air mass in place, and with emerging sunshine across the area right now, think of the atmosphere as a pot of very hot water, and all you need to make it boil is to turn the burner back on, the sun. If the sun comes back on out, we are immediately going to see the atmosphere destabilize. And look at satellite and radar here, just satellite. Visible satellite showing a lot of breaks in that cloud deck, thinning of the cloud deck overall off to the west, and storms will take advantage of that, the added energy that's available for them to use. The atmosphere is certainly capable of producing strong and severe storms for the remainder of the afternoon. And what else do we need? Well, we have the fuel available, but we need a trigger. And we've got the catalyst here that's a cold front that's just off to the west. As this barrels in to that unstable air mass, forces it to rise, and we see a lot of storms developing here over the next couple of hours, so be aware of that. Here's a live look outside from our Priority Automotive Skyview cameras. Out at the beach, Virginia Beach, we've still got a cloud deck there, but it is thinning. You get up towards Williamsburg along the peninsula, blue sky there off to the west, so keep that in mind. Already starting to see some clouds bubbling on up with the storm development just to the west of there. Storm Prediction Center has us at a level 2, that 5-threat system, right? Right now, no active watches across our area. They're to our north, they're to our south, but nothing here locally at this time. So no watches to be worried about just yet. However, as we see those storms develop over the next couple of hours, they can rapidly go from non-severe to severe. Damaging winds, 60, 70 miles per hour, certainly a possibility. We had some cells earlier today and yesterday that were capable of producing hail. We'll see that again today. There's also the outside chance of a few isolated tornadoes if we get those storms to spin enough, and very heavy rainfall. You saw dew points so high, there's a lot of available moisture in the atmosphere right now, and what these storms will do is they'll suck them all up, and then it's like pulling out a sponge, and they just pour down. So street flooding, certainly a possibility as we get on through later today, on top of all the rain we had yesterday. So vulnerable spots certainly going to flood a little bit more easily. Here's a look at our high-resolution short-range computer models, doing a very good job of initializing the current state of the atmosphere. You saw radar. Off to the west, we had some storms bubbling on up. Models already seeing this. Watch how it plays out over the next few hours. Those lift and expand over the next hour and a half, 2 hours, up through 5:30. So we've got storms in Southside, northeastern North Carolina. Notice the Boeing signature here. That could be some gusty wind signature blowing through Southside. Some hail pockets in there as well. Maybe some isolated tornado warnings. Another hour later, 6:30, even more widespread, heavier storm, especially in northeastern North Carolina. Another hour later, these make it to the coast, all the beach areas, through the Outer Banks, up through Virginia Beach, Ocean View and Norfolk under the gun there as well. We get past sunset, and a lot of the storms are now off to the east, and we start to see things settle down. So things become a little more volatile over the next 2.5 hours, and then after sunset, things will really start to quiet on down, which is great news into the early morning hours of Tuesday. Again, we're still very, very quiet. So here's a look at what to expect in summary. More sunshine out there for the remainder of the afternoon equals more storms. The atmosphere is certainly capable and can support severe storms, and we've got to be weather aware right on through sunset this evening. Evan Stewart and I are here this evening. We'll be with you through 4, 5, 6, and later on this evening as well, and jump into programming as warranted to give you the latest updates.